What's happening, guys? So we got a little project to do today here at the shop. See that light right there? That light runs on a time clock. As I turn on some other lights here. However, the time clock is malfunctioning. The motor isn't turning anymore, so the time isn't kicking anymore, or it's turning very slowly. It's actually this one right here. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna change this out, and that means that we need to, well, one, turn off the damn power, and then two, we're gonna install a new one. Now the one I got here is an Intermatic Digital. These they're able to be 120, 208, 240, and 277 volts. Home Depot sells these things, they're about $100. You push on that tab there, and the cold clock body comes out, slides out like that. There's a switch right here on the back that you select the voltage that you're going to use. So I've already adjusted this to 277. I've got to read about these jumpers here real quick, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change the whole box out, because this one's labeled for this, as well as oh, this is what it is. Now I'm going to get rid of this thing here because this thing isn't doing anything. It's not hooked up to anything. There is a power line going in here, number 26 it appears. Which one's 26? Right. So the lighting control here is actually that's one of these two. Actually, easiest way to tell on that, because I can't see shit, is I'm going to shut these two lights off, and I should be able to see. Some shadowing. God damn it. Let me shut this one off too. Alright, so I can see here as I'm going to use my phone light here real quick. So I can see the backlash of the lights. I know it's that breaker. Alright, so that breaker's off, which means that's dead now. I can actually work on it. I'm gonna run a voltmeter check on the other one, because there's no reason for that time clock to even be there, especially if it's not doing shit, right? So we're gonna take that one out. If I shut the power off, I don't need to wear safety gloves or anything like that, because there's no power to kill me. Now I just need to figure out where the hell I put the damn voltmeter. Son of a biscuit. So YouTube has officially emailed me, and they emailed me and saying, hey, congratulations on the 1,000 subscriber mark. Cool, I'm happy for it. It still took them about 4 days, the better part of a week, because it wasn't until this Monday that I was able to finally have live stream capability on my phone. And then they just sent me a thing back saying, congratulations, your application for the partner program has been approved. Because once upon a time my channel was monetized until the monetization debacle happened, which is when they took away monetization for small channels. I'm gonna clamp that right there. But when they did that, if you're already monetized, that you had an automatic application for remonetization as soon as you hit 1,000 subscribers. Well, they just sent me a thing back saying, congratulations, yada yada yada, your application for monetization has been approved. I don't really care, you know, to be honest with you guys. Skip through the ads. Skip through them. I'm gonna keep it set so that they're skippable when I upload videos, just because there's not enough time of the day to watch all that crap. If you want to watch them, cool. I'm not trying to make money on this. I'm not in this to make money, so That's not what's going to be going on here. So with that said, keep that in mind. I'm not making money on this. And monetization doesn't pay dick. Now, unless your channel has 500,000 subscribers and you're like deep into views and stuff like that, your stuff's gonna need a lot of views for it to matter, or for you to make great money. So, you know, that's another one. Anyway, all right, I'm just gonna have to hold that there. I'm on that, but it's not pulling anything. So I wonder if they disconnected it. I don't know. This has to have a neutral. There we go. There's a neutral. So there's no power going to this for some reason. No power at all. Okay, well, fine by me. Saves me from having to take this whole thing apart, right? Alright, so anyway, we're there with the channel. Great day, you know, happy trails, all that shit. But what I was saying was, and I just cursed, granted it wasn't that bad of a word. So I now have to follow stricter guidelines though for content. I'm not sure how deep they go into cursing. I don't want to find out the hard way, because I'm sure, I mean, you got to remember, YouTube is a Google conglomerate. So they're very political when it comes down to it, because it's money. I mean, it's their money. They make money by putting ads on your channel and sending the ads through. So they want to make sure you're not going to be doing dumb stuff. Thought I heard something, but it was just a shit cracking. So, you know what? I made sure it was off. And then no voltage, so that's a good thing. But as I'm playing around on high voltage, 277 is high voltage. This is what, 277, 208, 277, three phase? I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter because we're not playing with 3 wires at a time. Three phase is only 3 wires. I'm just gonna put my gloves on. These aren't electrically insulated, but they are better than nothing. I'm not grabbing onto bare wire. So that's another one. And what I'm going to do is pull that down like that and cut that like that. And what that's going to do is kill the power to this, and then I'm going to cut, that's neutral. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to steal the wire nut for this, and what that's going to allow me to do is just cap that wire. There's no power going to it. Every single breaker except this one is on. So I've got a gut feeling that this line is just disconnected. But I don't want to open the whole panel to find out, so I'm just going to leave it like that. That way it's out of my way. And then I'm gonna cut, I did cut that, so I just need to pluck that. Alright, so there's that. Alright, so I can leave that over there. That's neutral. To take one of these clocks out, push up on that tab, pull up, pull out. There you go. There's one. These are screwed and bolted. Alright. Now, I did disconnect this. What is it saying? 30. Well, okay, so that's load. I can tell right away that's load because these two are together, but these two legs are what's powering the time clock. First things first, we'll take that off. All right. So that's obviously number 30 then, right? There you go. I'll mark that. I need to get a screwdriver of a different sort. I'm gonna walk back and forth to the truck like 50 times, I know it. Nah, it should be alright. I'm just gonna grab my multi-tip screwdriver out of this bag after I take all my crap out of it. Alright, so I've got 2 of these in here. One's a, yeah, this is the one I want. Okay, so back to what I was saying about Google. Just to avoid getting in any trouble, I'm going to start trying to cut back on any foul language in the videos to make them quote unquote age acceptable, I guess. I just, like I said, I'm not trying to stir anything up, so be careful on that. Alright, so I'm going to take this box out. Before I go disconnecting stuff on that one, I'm going to make sure it's off. Yes, I turned the breaker off. Yes, I see the lights off. That does not mean 100% that everything's dead. I'm going to verify that. And the reason we do that is just for safety. You know, just to make sure we're safe on things and not going to cause any problems. And like I said, before I power it up, I'm going to double check on the instructions for that, because I don't want to accidentally burn that time clock out either. So I'm going to be careful with that. Alright, so we got 1 screw there. We got 1/2 inch here. We need to knock out for the wiring, which means you just do that. Wiggle it back and forth a little bit. And there you go. Put my little tippers there. Now, a little trick in these things is take them. It's going through on the bottom. They put plastic cover and then they put this here. So you take a flathead screwdriver, grab on the edge of that ring, and just give it a tap, whatever direction it's supposed to come loose or tight. It's the same on both of them, so I'm just going to use this one on this, so that's already done. I'll put that on here like this. This is more just to keep the wires from rubbing on the metal so that it doesn't accidentally go through the wire and cause the wire to ground out. That wire grounds out on this, that's going to be one hell of a spark show. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. This does not take very long, typically. This is a door latch. You have the option of either engaging these or not engaging these. I'm going to engage it. Usually a pair of pliers works. I didn't grab a pair, so I'm just going to do this. And that should work just fine. There we go. Alright, now I need to make a jumper. That's the one thing on this that they don't do, is give you a jumper with it. I don't know why. That's stupid, but yeah. So I'm gonna cut that a little shorter. I'm gonna strip this. So timer power is these two. Negative, positive. That's my thing saying, go blank yourself. Alright, so should be able to run this into here. Now this is load, or this is line, this is load. So we're gonna run this wire into here. Like I said, it's just a jumper. So I'm gonna back that up a little bit. I'm gonna feed that into there like so. And then that one's gonna go to here. Like I said, I am gonna check the instructions though, just to make sure this thing isn't supposed to have only 110. Well, it says it's able to be set for 277, so which means I assume with the selective voltage it should be fine on that. However, yeah, we don't know. So gonna double check that before I energize it. All right, so with that said, now we're active and live, etc. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna strip this real quick. That's gonna give me the ability to ground. Just gonna clamp this onto there. All right, and I'm gonna check it by hitting screw. All right, so continuity says that is grounded. We're gonna put that into voltage mode, AC voltage. Take that alligator clamp off there. Track this, and I'm going to hit that, 0, hit that, 0, hit that, nothing, hit that, nothing. That's what we want. Okay, so, okay, that one is my line. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pluck that guy first. That way I can keep track of them. Okay, that one is my neutral. Yep, that is my neutral. All right, and then these two are my load. I'm gonna pluck those two out of there and pull that down like so, and just keep those two off to the side like that. Now I'm going to take this time clock out. There we go. Yeah, a lot of times these motors, the gears get messed up in them, so I think that's what's going on. Yeah, see, look at that. The gear right there is fucked up. Like, it came out and it's just riding on the edge there, so it's not going anywhere. You can see the wear marks on that too. So that's it. That's what it is for that motor. All right, so I'm gonna put these two in, or this box in. So I'm only gonna put one box in. There's no point in me going off to the side. What I want to do is just go in the center. Well, I don't know on that one. Yeah, go to the center. That's fine. It should be okay here. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unscrew this one. Alright. Like I said, replaced motor. 2002, 12/9/2002 by McBride Electrical. Well, the motor's cheaper to replace. Well, no, they're fucking motors for $277 or $80. The electronic one here, brand new, was $100. In a sense, better to spend the $20 and get the electronic. I like those better anyways, so. All right, that's a tech screw. There we go. All right, that piece of shit out of here. Now, what I want to do is I want to put this on the backboard here, just like that. Yeah, just like that. So, you know what? I have this one here, which is just fine. I mean, I don't see why they would use anything else. So we're just going to use that again. Yeah, use that one. Why not, right? Makes sense, logical sense. Do that, all right. There we go. Okay. Just tighten that guy down. I'm wondering here, all those holes are way low. Yeah, fuck it. Just a damn light timer. Ain't gonna kill nobody. I would put it in there like that. There we go. And if I want to get crazy with it later, I could come back in and put a tech screw here, but no, that's good enough. I think that's fine. can I run the ground? I don't know. The question is, what does that ground go to? It doesn't matter because the box is going to be... Well, I could technically use these for ground because they're connected to the same thing in this freaking panel. So anyway, let me get my damn wires ran in here. So we know these two are our load. Alright, I had to take a phone call, so I ducked that off. But we're back. I got the wires hooked up, the jumpers hooked up, power wire, load wires, neutral wire. I am going to put a screw on the bottom of this, so that's what I'm doing. Taking one of these tech screws. And just run it right through the bottom there. There it is. Like I said, I'm going to double check to make sure that we're okay with the voltage the way it is before I energize this thing up. But gut feeling tells me we should be good. You know what? No. If I fry that thing, it's gonna have a telltale shit stain on it. Hopefully that word is okay for YouTube. Hopefully. We shall see. We shall see. It says read user's manual for voltage selection. There's jumpers on the back, so that's kind of why I want to make sure first, because I want to make sure I know what those jumpers do. I know the voltage selection, I just don't know the jumpers. So I'm gonna pop this thing open here real quick, take a read at her. I already did the programming, that was pretty easy. So let's see here. Preparing the time switch. Pull this shit off. Okay. Set the voltage selector to desired input voltage. The time switch is shipped with voltage set for 120. To operate, move the selector. The timer is shipped with daylight savings time enabled. To disable DST, move the jumper from spare to DST. Well, we do have daylight savings time, so I don't know if this... How is this thing supposed to know daylight savings time? Alright, so this is where you gotta pull this thing out. Pluck it, slide it, pull it out. So, good lord, I can't read half this shit. What the hell's DST? I don't see anything that says DST. I say IND SIM pull. Oh, DST is right next to spare. Oops. Okay, so there's DST. Alright. What are the other jumpers for? That's the other thing. 2 is a remove. Alright, so DST. SIM, DST. What the hell is SIM? Okay, so to enable DST, spare choose or remove. And the time switch, we already did that. Connecting the wires. Yeah, see, they're showing jumper wire. Only install the timer, blah, 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 and load it in the same circuit. It's not showing me anything else for the jumpers, at least not on this. And the time switch for installation. Where's the time switch? Yeah, see, it's not showing anything else on the jumpers. This is all programming, which is relatively simple on this. And then this is instructions in Spanglish. Programming, installation, and this is kind of the same thing. Another foreign language, which they apparently send lots of that. Doesn't say anything about the jumpers though, the other jumpers. That's what I'm curious on. Hmm. You must reset the time switch. Never changing the jumpers. Yeah, fuck it. Good enough. Alright, so we are okay as long as you set the voltage on the selector switch and you're good. Alright, so I need to slide this guy back into here. And I need to push him back into place. See, this one on the right likes to stick. Usually these things click, but this one's not quite doing that. Alright, so we should be good. Alright. It's set to off, so we turn the breaker on. Turn that to on. Hey, look, our light's on. Turn that to off. Our light's off. Good thing with LED is they don't suck a crap ton of power, so we're good there. Alright, so that should be it. Time switch is installed. We're done there. I'm going to cut that now. Like I said, that's a neutral, so basically it's ground. Alright. That's it. Danger high voltage. That is true because this is a it's a 277 panel. I believe it's 277. You know, the irony of it is this thing will tell me. So yeah, 277 480, that's what our feed is going to that panel. So line to line should be 480, and then line to neutral is 277. Well, there you go. Fun times. If you found this interesting, cool, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.